All right, well, my first impression is it's a little dangerously close to Zach's. Now, I'm not saying you copied Zach. Zach might have copied you. I mean, you got Editor's Desk, you got Literacy Link in black and white. Okay, so that layout is very similar. I go to Table of Content. Table of Contents is very similar. You guys, you just sit too close to each other. I'm not accusing either one of you of copying each other. I think you just influence each other in a very big way. Okay, so um, let's just try to be a little more. Okay, this is Zach, so let's get back to yours. Let's get back to yours. Okay. Um, dun, dun, dun. Okay, I like the angle. That's really interesting. The cover feels like it's unfinished. This feels like it should be a little bit higher, and you should have writing resistance is the subtitle, and a volume number, a year, something like that. If you want to make it feel more finished and complete. Okay, great hierarchy here. Good job. Um, I know this is technically the correct size. I would still reduce it a little bit, like so that the R of cover comes out to be about right here. And I think in that weight, you'll still have it'll still work. You could try it. This where's the focal point? Where do we see first? Well, strangely enough, we see this. Now, I had an idea. You could make this page gray, the same gray as that, the free African American community gray. Um, and then you would definitely read call for papers first. So you could do that. I'm glad you have some form of stepping stones here. Good job. As well as this. Feels a little tight. I drop it down just a little bit. That is all the body copy. A little lower. Um, yeah, that's working. It's got the stepping stones. It's clean. It's organized. Okay, I'll go with it. Look at the folio. That's kind of weird. This side looks bigger than this side. Is that an illusion? Just my, I don't know. Look that up. That looks no. That's definitely smaller. Okay, so I think I would go with smaller. I might even put it in gray. I'd leave the page numbers in black. Then I'd go with gray. It's a little weird that the quote is way down here and it's so close to the folio. So I'd put it, like right here. You could also give yourself like you got room because of all this space. You could say the name of the article continued dot 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 in a bold, and that would give you a stepping stone at the top. Right now, your focal point is and references, and there's nothing to get me into the body copy right there. So, mm. And if this is why is that chopped off? Future for a better. We normally don't chop sentences mid sentence because it doesn't feel like it feels like it should start with an intro with a tab and let you know that this is a continuing thing. Um, so I could see the order that you got here, but I might just remove this part, these 1, 2, 3 lines, and put them right there, and then you'd have an indent. I might take letters, literacy, and resistance at a Midwestern Free African American community and put that up here. Obviously the size is going to be much smaller, but the weight would be heavy, and you'll have a focal point starting right at the very top. Then you'd have an indent helping me get in. I might even put a stepping stone on that indented type, like the first couple words in bold or something like that. I don't know. Try that out, and then I'm going to move this guy up to about here, and you might use some of this space, which is not a requirement. Having negative space there is fine, but you got room to make these changes. This one, yeah, this is a little plain, but it's very functional. I guess my one concern is you really do have a boxing match. You have two number ones. I look at this first, I look at this first. I go boom, 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 boom. So, um, you do have this gray. You've only used it here. I'd be tempted to make it slightly lighter. And then if you used it behind this. So you have two things that you only use one time each. That is angled block and gray. Okay, so why don't you use this angle a little bit more? And there was an angle right here. It could cover up the folio, so what? And it would affect your body copy. It would have to like come lower and not come over the triangle. But that would make your layout a little more interesting. And you have gray. And if you had gray, you could put resisting negativity in gray, and hope of happiness would stand out more. And then you'd have a focal point, number one, and then a number two, then a number three, and a number four, and you keep on going through. The author does seem a little large right now. And this, as a college, yeah, okay, it works. I want to make it all bigger. As a college student, I want to make it 3 lines for the drop cap, and as a college student, like have it come out to here in bigger type. Can you see how those two things are competing? Yeah. Okay, so some folio fixes. Oh, I did see one of your pull quotes did have a widow. So for the most part, it looks like you've been carefully checking for widows, orphans. Good job. But this one, you could say without any harm to myself. you know, so and then you add a couple words, you don't have that widow anymore. Okay, good typeface. Margins, right there look a little tight. Right there look a little tight. They're still doable. That looks much better because you're not using those tight margins. That's a little tight, but it's still doable. Yeah. Okay, so that's my general impression. I think you've chose a fabulous typeface, good color system. I scratch my head when I wonder how much Zach has been influencing you, and you've been influencing Zach. I have no idea, but I will let you. Just go sit on the other side of the room and work over there, and then for project 3, and then compare, and you'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, catch you later.